So here we are going to solve some of the problem regarding price elasticity with the total expenditure method. So question problem number 1 is given here. Suppose price of a good falls from rupees 10 to rupees 8 per unit, and as a result of this, quantity demanded increases from 80 units to 100 units. So question is, what can you say about price elasticity of demand by total expenditure method? So question is saying that price of a good has fallen from rupees 8 to rupees 10 to rupees 8 per unit, and because of this fallen in price, quantity demanded has increased from 80 units to 100 units. So what can we find out from this? What can you say about price elasticity of demand through total expenditure method? So let us calculate this. So what is given here? So solution at price rupees 8, or the first one is rupees 10. So at price rupees 10, quantity demanded is how much? Quantity demanded is 80 units. So therefore total expenditure is price into quantity. Total expenditure at price rupees 10 equals, so total expenditure is price into quantity, that is quantity is 80 units. So total expenditure here is rupees 800. 10 into 80 is rupees 800. So at rupees 10, the total or expenditure is rupees 800. So at the new price, let us see when the price has fallen. At price rupees 8, quantity demanded is how many units? 100 units. So therefore total expenditure again at price rupees 8 equals, so total expenditure is price into quantity, 8 into, so 100 units. So it is 8 ones are 8, so 800. So at both prices rupees 10 and rupees 8, total expenditure is 800, and here is also 800. So we can conclude that with the change in the price of the good, total expenditure on it by the consumers remain constant. So it is remaining constant here with the change in price. So hence price elasticity of demand in this case is equal to 1. So price elasticity of demand in this question is equals to 1. So that is how we find out some of the numerical problems regarding total expenditure method. So problem number 2. So the question gives, suppose price of a commodity rises. So price has risen for a commodity from rupees 5 to rupees 6 per unit. So because of this, what happens is quantity demanded falls from 100 units to 80 units. So we have to find out the price elasticity of demand by this expenditure method. So solution: expenditure on commodity at price rupees 5. Total expenditure on the commodity at rupees 5 equals P into Q. price into quantity. So price is rupees 5, quantity is 100. So what we get is, so at price rupees 5, expenditure is rupees 500. So let us see again expenditure at rupees 6. At rupees 6 is again P into Q, price is 6 into the new unit was 80. So 6 8 says 480. So we got a different value. So expenditure, total expenditure on commodity at price rupees 5 is, total expenditure is rupees 500, and at rupees 6 we get 480 rupees. So what we can say from here is that, we find that with the rise in the price from 5 to rupees 6, the expenditure on the commodity decreases. So it has decreased from 500 to 480 rupees. This means that the price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. So price elasticity in this case is greater than 1. So we have problem number 3. So the question is given here. So suppose that price elasticity of demand for petrol is equal to unity. So price elasticity is unity here. And at rupees 15 per liter, an individual consumes, that is demand 80 liters. So at rupees 15 per liter, an individual demands 80 liters of petrol in a week. So that is given. So what we have to find out is how much price of petrol should be fixed, so that he demands only 60 liters. So in order to make him reduce his demand from 80 liters to 60 liters, how much should we fix the price? At what level? So we have to fix a price which is higher than rupees 15 so that his expenditure on petrol decreases. So as given here, price elasticity of petrol is equal to unity, and so his expenditure on the petrol by the individual will remain constant, at different prices. His quantity demanded for petrol will remain constant, at different price, because it is given here his elasticity of demand for petrol is equal to unity. So expenditure on petrol. Expenditure on petrol at rupees 15 per liter is P into Q. That is 15 into 80. What we have is 11200. So rupees 1200 is the expenditure on petrol when price is at rupees 15 per liter. So we have to fix a price so that his expenditure or his demand reduced to 60 units. So we are assuming, let P dash be the higher price. So P dash be the higher prices, then the expenditure on the petrol by the consumer, so that he demands only 60 liters of petrol per week. So that a consumer demands 60 liters per week. Is then given by, so expenditure is price into quantity is 60, which is should be equal to the previous expenditure. So P dash equals 120 by 60, which is equal to 20. So we found out that rupees 20 should be the higher prices, so that a consumer will demand only 60 liters of petrol per week. So that is how we solve some of the numerical problems through total expenditure method.